this is really good. Like really, really good. Okay, so let's talk about Kendrick Lamar. He's probably one of the best rappers ever, and everyone really agrees with that. Um, and I totally agree. Okay, and it really just comes down to his lyricism. Really, like the beat could be freaking toilet flushing, but then him on it literally makes it like a top 5 song of the year. That's how good he is. Like, this album is probably his most successful one, and it deserves to be. His album has a lot, just a lot of stuff that I'm going to go into. Okay, so the first song is Wesley's Fury. That's how you say it. This is really good. I don't think you guys can see it. I can't even see the words on the screen. But this is a perfect song, okay? You know, this is this is like the song I kind of slept on a little bit on this album before I got it on vinyl. But after listening to it again, I don't really see why. This album, this song is literally a freaking masterpiece. The beat's good. Kendrick's verse is good. The features are good. It's a really good song. Which you guys should listen to it. 10 out of 10. And then the interlude for free is actually not a bad interlude. I'm not gonna rate a freaking interlude, of course, but it's not that bad. But King Kunta, I think it's like the most streamed song on YouTube on this album. It deserves to be. It's really good. It's really good. When the flow is catchy, the lyrics are actually really good, and also the sample is just used perfectly, and the production is just top notch. 10 out of 10 again. Now, Institutionalized, which probably has one of the weakest beats on here, but one of the it's still perfect. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Kendrick's verse is good. Snoop Dogg, which I did not know that was he was in the song, had a good verse because it doesn't. I'm just getting up here, right? Cause this album's weird. Okay, for me at least. Every song in here, there could be a freaking feature on it. I'm going to hear Kendrick only. Somehow, like the voice could be changing so drastically, but I only hear Kendrick in my mind with this whole entire album. Which, from my favorite album of all time over there, doesn't really. It just shows a lot. Which it's kind of weird because it's the only time I actually criticized Wolf in my life. Because the difference is you could tell when there's features on here, which of course isn't a bad thing, but when you're when you know that like Kendrick's a big staple of this, when you're not saying that Haji Beats has the best verse in Jamba, which again isn't a bad thing because if the album's a 10 out of 10 is a 10 out of 10, there's no problem with that. But like you can really tell what Institutionalized and a lot of songs when it has features on this album, you're going to remember the verses, of course, but you're going to think that it's Kendrick Lamar actually saying them, at least for me, which either might be a problem with me or everyone else agrees. I do not know. But again, 10 out of 10 because it's great. These Walls is the song which is really, really weird, and people know why. A lot of people know why. But this is also another perfect song, okay? The production is good. Everything is good with that song. It's no production. I like it. And then Hood Politics, which I really no wait no that's side C. Okay, I'm being stupid. And then You, which I did not expect it. I don't really remember this song much. when I've listened to it my first time. My second time, which was literally just now, um, it's really good. It's perfect. Perfect too. It's also perfect. Production great. Lyricism great. Of course, lyricism is going to be great because it's Kendrick Lamar, but still perfect. 10 out of 10. Then All Right, which is probably for some reason the most famous song because I hear this on the radio the most when this album was like new, not now, of course. Um, I heard this way more than Kunta, but somehow Kunta has more streams. I think that's the same with Day and Night with Kid Cudi. Pursuit of Happiness is the most popular song, but Day and Night is always playing on the radio. That don't even make sense. I'm, I'm going to defer this, but again, All Right isn't just not all right. It's perfect too. The beat's good. I think he recites lyrics from Wesley's Fury, which I don't really have a problem with because it wasn't like those lyrics were freaking terrible, or it's not like you actually really tell unless you're like analyzing it. Somehow I did, but I feel like it's something that you analyze the lyrics and go like, I remember that part. But all right, it's really good, and it deserves to be on the radio all the time. Uh, it's perfect. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 so far. For Sale, which I said I was not gonna review individually, but this is more of an actual song. Again, perfect. Because somehow this beat has more stuff than Institutionalized, which I do think that's like a better song, but not by much. Because again, For Sale, 10 out of 10. I actually kind of like it, even for an interlude. It's 10 out of 10. And then Momma, again, 10 out of 10. The title, I mean, I didn't really tell anything that could fit the title, like any of the lyrics, if I'm being 100% honest. Which, if I literally see a freaking YouTube short of this album and like someone like has a song on, and if I actually see like the pinpointed lyrics, I'm gonna look so stupid. But again, the lyrics aren't even bad. They're perfect. Again, production, perfect. 10 out of 10. Hood politics, which which I'm surprised doesn't have a feature. But again, okay, uh, production is actually pretty good here. Uh, again, I'm just gonna keep on saying production is really good here. Lyrics are good because like again, everything has this with it. Hood politics beat is actually really good. Where I could probably put it in detail, but that's gonna take like 10 years. Um, 10 out of 10. How much a dollar cost? Which a lot of people talk about, which I for some reason wasn't on the YouTube album. It's weird. That's another really good song about like a homeless man, and he didn't give him $1. So then like he lost his spot in heaven. That was weird. Not weird, but you know what I mean. Uh, perfect. It's probably one of the most like lyrically packed songs on here. But like this one actually has a story. I mean, these walls have a story, but these walls are weird. Um, and then Complexion is the chorus is very catchy on this one. I remember the chorus a lot. It's really catchy on this one. The feature again, you can actually kind of tell with the voice. Which is one I think this is the only one I can tell. Hey, that's actually a feature because the voice is so drastically different on the album. Um, I like the beat, the chorus again, very catchy and stuff. And then my favorite song of the album. Oh wait, 10 out of 10. Of course, question. Now, but my favorite song of the album, "The Blackberry." Oh my god. Alright, the thing is, many people acknowledge this song, but they don't say it's like one of the best on the album. Which I don't really get why. Because people say, this is the best Kendrick song. This is the best Kendrick song. And like, at the same time, they have meaning, but they don't have a big meaning as the Blackberry. I'll tell you that right now. It the meaning on here is freaking amazing. The production here is probably the best on the album. And everything. The freaking hook is insane. It's great. If I could, I would give it 11. But that's stupid because it's going to break the laws of my freaking rating system. So I'm not going to do that. 11 out of 10 if I wanted to. 10 out of 10 because I'm not gonna do that. Now You Ain't Gotta Lie is also another really good song. I mean, the thing is, why did he even have Black Kid Berry? Like, it kind of is kind of deep in the album, but I don't think it should just be on that one. I feel like it should be like second to last because these last two songs literally have nothing except the second to last one, which maybe could be on there because it kind of does transition to the outro track. Okay, let's just get to You Ain't Gotta Lie. You Ain't Gotta Lie is also another perfect song. Production good, but lyrics good. This one, which is also has in parentheses, Momma said, which again, this song actually fits with the title. Didn't this work? Did the one actually called just Momma? I mean, that can't really be a criticism. I saw this. Okay, I'm gonna go off track with this album a little bit. I saw this review by Dead End Hip Hop with the Patch Pain and Demon Slain review. They call the song "Illusions" good because of the title. You see, they have the first three letters, Lill, capitalized, which I really like. This song is amazing because of that. Okay, the song is good, but still, you're freaking stupid. Okay, let's go back. Again, 10 out of 10. Then which is one of the singles for the album, which I can definitely see why. It's perfect as well. I like the freaking like guitar riffs. Could you really say this like kind of subgenre of rap song? No, I don't think so. Just because it's like guitar riffs or something, whatever it's called. It's also a really good song, and it really transitions well with the outro track, which everyone says is the worst one. I think every song in here is the same, and you can tell. Motorman. Okay, 6 minutes. I think if it's similar to Last Call, I don't really know the exact time, but I think it's like 12 minutes long. If it's similar to Last Call, which is 6 minutes, first 6 minutes is freaking perfect. Lyrics perfect. I like the beat. Everything here is good. And then he has a freaking interview with Tupac. Like, he like sampled it and like did all that stuff. I think Tyler Creator did the same on his album for Nas, but it wasn't like an interview type stuff thing. He just sampled it from an interview like this. They did, I think. This song is deep. It's not even deep, but like he put a lot of thought in here. You know what I mean? With the whole thing where him just like talking to Tupac or making a freaking poem that literally is in all like in the songs, like throughout the album, you're gonna hear this poem and there's more stuff to the poem, like more stuff to the poem. Right, just like he's making a poem for freaking dead guy. I mean Tupac. Sorry. 10 out of 10. This album, you know, I knew there was gonna be a 10 out of 10, but it really impressed me because it wasn't like I listened to this album once before, like last year. I still thought it was a 10 out of 10, but now listening to but there was like some tracks on this album where I just never really went back to, except the Black Ear, the Berry, All Rights, King Kunta, sometimes and that's really it. But I might just listen to this album again. It's perfect. Okay, I think of a 10 out of 10. It's really good. Where like you know an album's good when like a single person does not hate it. Like you know an album's good when Fantano gives it a 10 out of 10 because he gave my favorite album of all time a 6. Which one do I think is better? this impressed me. This really did. 10 out of 10. So was Wolf 10 out of 10. But the difference is, I knew this was going to be a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Because so many people praised it, which kind of spoiled it. Like, maybe I thought that the album was freaking amazing. Maybe this album would, like, I would listen to this album freaking every day last year. If it wasn't for people kind of spoiling it for me, which isn't their fault because, again, the album's still freaking perfect anyway. But with Wolf, I literally made sure I did not spoil myself. And there's really so easy not to spoil yourself with Wolf because no one really talks about Wolf much anyway. But then at the same time, people reviewed it and gives it like 7, 8, and then the lowest score I ever saw this album get, is a 6 by Anthony Fantano. Which technically, if you use your brain, he said strong 6 to a light 7. So, no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, that album really surprised me. This album didn't, but it exceeded my expectations. But not like where it was like surprising. I'm like, dang, this is this good? Wolf always impressed me every time I listen to it. So does this album, but at the same time, I'm gonna know what I'm going for. You know what I mean? Like I knew I was getting into the first time I listened to this guy. I knew it was gonna be probably one of the best albums I ever heard. Amazing. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting to it. Right. Anyway, if you guys liked that video, sorry. Did you guys like that album? Did you guys despise it? Tell me your opinions in the comment below if YouTube doesn't turn it off for some reason. Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, and go check out my other channel because I'm about to post a video on there next Friday. This Friday. Bye.